Hello, my frustrated yo-yo dieter friends. Jill Ortiz here from JillOrtizFitness.com, and I'm so glad that you are joining me today for this free training on what you need to know to permanently transform your body without giving up carbs, chocolate, and alcohol, because who wants to do that? I'm so glad you're here because that means that you are ready for change. You are sick and tired of the same old, and you want to figure out what the keys are to success and what it is that sabotages most people's success. So I am here to give you that free training today and tell you what's going on and how you can stop it from happening. I want you to stay all the way to the end because I am going to share with you my favorite healthy cookie dough recipe and my favorite skinny cocktail that make me happy while also getting me to my goals. Okay, so let's talk about what we're going to cover today. I want to talk today about how social media is just killing your positive mindset and making you focus on the wrong things. It's actually making you feel worse about yourself, and it isn't even the truth. I want to talk about the awful truth about personal trainers, even though I am one. But there's several things you need to know about how they're not working for you and why your brain won't let you succeed at deprivation diets. Hey, it's not your fault. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. And then we're going to go over the hunger hormone, that little gremlin that is keeping you from losing weight and feeling great because it's inside you and you don't know how to control it. That's what I'm going to share with you today. I also want to tell you how you can get real results that last for your fat loss goals in just 90 days, like my clients are getting. Okay, so let's put the focus on you. I know this can be a really emotional topic, and so I want you to just breathe, relax, and think if these are things that are happening with you. They're not to shame you, but they're to let you know that I understand. Are you gaining and losing the same 5 to 10 pounds over and over again in a vicious cycle? Do you constantly feel cranky, hungry, you know that probably as hangry, and have brain fog every time you try to cut carbs or calories? When you lose 5 pounds, do you feel like your body is saying hell no and fights you tooth and nail to get that 5 pounds back? Are you relying on your willpower to stop you from eating the wrong things? And every evening, it seems like a losing battle, no matter how great you are in the early part of the day. Okay, this training is absolutely for you. If you are the kind of person who puts all your time and effort into your family, your job, your kids, activities, your home, and is leaving just not enough time for you and your goals. So you're ready to change that. If you have been the one dodging photos for years and are now looking back saying, I'm not in anything because you felt uncomfortable with yourself and felt like the real you wasn't even showing up to these photos, but some weird morphed version of you, and you really want to get back in those photos and looking confident. You are in the right place if you are so ready to feel in control of your life, your appearance, your health, your self-control around food. Imagine that. And you're ready to put in the time and effort. Imagine if it wasn't you making you proud, somebody else being proud of you, but you being proud of yourself. Okay. This isn't for you though. If you want to just keep doing the same things that haven't been working, or if you don't think change is possible because the things that used to work don't work anymore. If you believe truly that your body is broken and that nothing's going to work, I can't work with you because I need to work with people who really believe that change is possible. They just haven't found the right solution yet. If you're one of those people who wants to magically snap your fingers and be skinny tomorrow, you're not going to be happy with me because I'm looking to get you results for the long term. Lasting changes, knowledge on how to keep those changes and make the right decisions, which takes time. It's building foundations and then building on those foundations. So if you're looking for a quick fix, maybe I can help you for a minute, but it's really not going to be what you're looking for. And I'm not looking to work with people who are willing to compromise their health using really awful short-term crash diets and over-exercising to get short-term results. It's not realistic, and there's too much opportunity for injury and creating really bad habits that can turn into worse health issues or just obsession and bad mindset. So imagine though, what if you had a transformation? What if all of a sudden you were asking your partner to turn the light on during sex because you had become so confident in your body and your mind and had that gumption to want your partner to see you and all of you? That'd be cool, right? Imagine if you could slip into your pregnancy jeans with ease without laying on the bed and to zip up the zipper and without that muffin top spilling over. Have you ever sat on somebody's couch and grabbed the pillow next to you and put it in front of you so nobody would see your rolls? I know what you're thinking, right? Or sometimes I hear from prospective clients that they're sick of being the fat friend. It's an awful thing to say about yourself. We don't need to be saying this anymore because we can make you feel confident and be like your friends. You don't have to all be alike, but you can feel the confidence that they're feeling in their bodies. Imagine, I know I do a lot of online shopping. I get all of my clothing delivered to my house now. Imagine if you could keep all of the clothes that you got in that nice little delivery because you knew everything was going to fit you perfectly, that you could do your own little fashion show and feel so confident, asking the opinions of others, showing off how you feel, and keeping all that stuff maybe at a discount because it just looked that amazing and fit your body perfectly. Okay, a little more about me and my story. I'm Jill. I help frustrated women who feel gross in their skin to lose that weight, to keep it off, and not feel deprived during the process. I've found my happy body, the one I worked hard for and consistently for, but without deprivation. I discovered the secrets to success, happiness, and the body that I want, and I've been sharing these tips, tricks, and my programs with all of my clients so that they can achieve the same. I know how you feel though. I was where you are. Like me, my clients want that body that they can feel confident in. They don't want to have to give up everything. They don't want to feel upset because they have to stop eating their favorite foods, that they have to give up their social life, or feel this discomfort and guilt and pain after they indulge. I want to introduce you to some of my clients. Meet Jenny, one of my favorite clients, and she's also become a close friend. Jenny is an insurance business owner and mother to twins, Delaney and Talon, and this is her husband, Jay. When I met Jenny, she said she loves her weekend Chipotle and wasn't looking to give it up for any kind of results. But she did want to look good again in a bikini, strong and confident. And she also wanted to rock her obstacle races that she had coming up. When we started working together, Jenny was killing it, and she reached one of her weight loss goals 2 weeks early. So when Jenny came to me, she came to me and proclaimed that she was Miss All In or All Out. She couldn't find a middle ground where she was happy for the long run. It would be a short bout of all in, and then she'd fall off and be completely out. So what she needed the most from me was accountability in nutrition. She already had a personal trainer, so she needed some filler workouts and things she wasn't getting done with the trainer twice a week, but mostly that accountability and working together in nutrition. She needed that mindset shift that you don't have to deprive yourself to get success, that you can enjoy life, enjoy food, and also get the results that you want. And Jenny told me that her favorite aspect of our program was our weekly face-to-face time. Every Thursday, we meet for 30 minutes and we hash out what's going on in her personal life, in her journey, and what we need to change, what she has coming up, and any mind blocks or roadblocks that are popping up. Do you think this is too good to be true? That you could get results like Jenny's? Jenny lost 20 pounds in a few months of working together. The only way you're not going to do this is if you don't believe, because then you're never going to put in the work. And if you don't put in the work, you're not going to reap the rewards. So take a look when we were celebrating Jenny, when she rocked her first goal early. And then in just a few months with me, she had lost 20 pounds. Jenny was down to 148 pounds. And all of a sudden, she started to struggle a little bit with the scale. We had reset her goal, as we thought we might, to 140 to 145. And Jenny kept hopping on the scale day after day and not seeing the scale go down. So a couple of weeks ago, we had a major mindset shift. We decided that instead of going for 140 to 145, that our new goal would be a strong 150 pounds. Is that crazy sounding? She kind of looked at me funny, but I said, trust me, Jenny, you're going to feel so much better if your goal is to go up, is to get stronger. It doesn't mean you're going to be bigger. It means you're going to be stronger and most likely leaner and more toned and tighter. And after that meeting, when Jenny's mindset now shifted, she came back to me feeling so much better at every meeting we had. She didn't ever come back saying the scale went up or the scale didn't go down. She wasn't frustrated by the scale anymore. And that was huge. She has been coming to our weekly meetings so pumped. I've been watching her social media too, and I've been seeing some awesome summer activities that are making her feel so confident. And she has another obstacle race coming up soon, which I know she's going to do amazing at. Meet another client of mine, very close friend now that we've been working together almost 9 months, Ashley. Ashley is a marketing executive. She works out of New York City and oftentimes at home. She's a mother of 3-year-old twins also, and a 6-year-old boy as well. 3 boys. Ashley came to me telling me that she loved her family Friday pizza night and that she was never giving it up. And now, after about 9 months working together, Ashley says she feels amazing in jeans again, and she loves that she hasn't had to give up her pizza nights. To Ashley, the most important thing was health and self-care. A mom of 3 boys, she hadn't given herself enough time. She knew her priority needed to shift towards herself. And she and her family had also had several bouts of health scares. And so she wanted to make sure that she was not only going to be healthy for herself, especially during a time when we need to be in our best and healthiest, but also to set the example for her kids and for her husband, and to raise a really healthy family with good, healthy habits. Ashley's greatest need was a plan. She needed something solid for fitness and nutrition that also incorporated her loves for pizza night and running. I've been creating HIIT runs for Ashley that have been really effective and really help her mindset. She loves running down to her basement and getting a run in to help her endorphins kick in and to give her that alone time. The biggest mindset shift with Ashley was that the scale will never tell the full story of your progress. Ashley's made great changes, but her weight loss has not been as drastic as Jenny's. But I can see every time Ashley takes progress photos and every time she comes to a meeting that her confidence has changed, that she feels so much better in her body, and that she has a really positive outlook as to what's to come. Her favorite part of our program is the weekly face-to-face girl time and the HIIT runs that I designed for Ashley. They're hard, but she loves the challenge and she feels super proud every time she finishes a run. The best day was when Ashley hopped on our face-to-face and I wrote down on a big notepad and held it up to her. She got the bug. My goal for my clients is to have them become intrinsically inclined to make decisions that benefit themselves and help them achieve their goals. And when Ashley started saying that if she missed a workout, she didn't feel right, when she made poor decisions with her nutrition or alcohol, that she felt guilt and couldn't wait to get back on track, that let me know that Ashley's got it. She's getting that intrinsic desire to do the things that will lead her to her goals. That is a huge win when you want to actually make the best decisions for yourself. I'm getting chills. So, wouldn't it be amazing to have your own transformation story? Yes, this is me. The girl on the left 6 years ago really didn't have much confidence in what she could achieve. I was faking the smile for sure, saying, oh crap, I never want to put this on social media. And the me on the right achieved things that I thought that I would have been achieving maybe 10 years down the line. I remember coming home to my husband maybe a month or so after, or maybe 3 months or so after the picture on the left, and saying, I feel like I'm inspired by others I see, and that maybe in 10 years when our kids are grown, I could do a bodybuilding competition. And it was only 1 year later that I was on that stage. Wouldn't it be cool to do that too? I want to tell you more about my story. You might relate to a lot of it. And I'm going to try not to cry. My first big weight gain happened on study abroad in high school. I studied in Chile for 6 months. On the way to the airport, my dad was rear-ended by a cop. This was my first time away from home at 15 years old. And another cop had to come and take me to the airport. I cried my whole way to South America. When I got there, I struggled with the language. I struggled being away from home as a shy child. And I struggled with my host family, who I didn't feel really liked me. I gained 30 pounds in 6 months, trying not to speak at the table for fear that I was saying the wrong thing. And I hid in my room and ate foods that comforted me that I brought from home. Imagine bringing 6 months worth of peanut butter to Chile. But guess what? When I got to college, I gained even more weight. I added another freshman 15. And I also studied abroad again in China. This time I had an even larger language barrier. Chinese was a hard language. I also, again, was far away from home in a foreign city where the customs were really different, where I struggled to communicate daily with my roommate. And I also was eating dumplings, fried rice, and noodles for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yes, they eat fried dumplings for breakfast. I gained more weight. After I got married to my husband in 2008, I had a major back injury. The accident caused me depression and weight gain. For the first time in my life, I couldn't be active. I was a 3-sport athlete in high school, a 2-sport athlete in college. I played competitive sports post-college, and this was the first time that I wasn't active. I ate my feelings and I struggled a lot to get back into a fitness routine. I then got pregnant twice. I gained more weight. My back hurt me even more. And I went into some depression as I was also working 2 hours from home in New York City. How many fad diets have you guys tried in hopes that the next one was the final one? I tried everything and they just made me spiral even farther downward. I failed at every one. Weight Watchers, Atkins, pills, low carb, paleo, gross detoxes of maple syrup, cayenne pepper, and lemon juice. The reality was each time I tried and the harder I tried, the more weight I would gain back. I gave up. I made the biggest mistake of my life. I went into a med spa, and within minutes of hearing the doctor tell me he could give me everything I wanted in minutes, I signed up for liposuction. I texted my husband before I signed up, and I didn't even give him 5 minutes to answer me before I signed on the dotted line and paid $5,000 for a doctor to basically maim my body. It was way worse afterwards, and I had a lot of repercussions for my decision. I also still didn't know the tools that I needed for diet and exercise. It gave me more problems and left me feeling even worse about myself. I feel like if only I had a coach like myself at the time. I was working as a VP of finance and accounting at the time. So I wasn't a personal trainer. I didn't know the answers, and I didn't have a support system to help me through. I just felt completely alone. So imagine if you could achieve your dream physique, your health goals, your confidence without being a slave to your diet, wasting hours doing boring cardio, and without creams and surgery. I now know that it's possible. I've made it my mission to not let other women make the mistake I did. I want to help you go from frustrated to fabulous. We got to do this together. Before, I felt alone, hopeless, and out of control. How about you? Now, my mantra, energized, confident, and strong. Let's go back to you and how you're feeling. Does it sound like you? Are you spending tons of time Googling best ways to lose belly fat and come across so many different methods that leave you so confused, so overwhelmed, trying everything and not succeeding at any of them? Are you missing out on opportunities because of your lack of confidence? Are you saying no to friends and no to opportunities? Are you saying no to your kids when they want to go out and play because you know it's going to exhaust you? Are you thinking to yourself that you're just always going to be fat and that's how others are always going to view you, that they're always going to look at you with a judging eye? Take a look at a few more of my clients. You've got to meet these women. Alicia pushes through all obstacles. Last year was such a hard year for her. I get emotional because I witnessed it all. And it broke my heart to see her struggle through quarantine and the pandemic, the wildfires on the West Coast, and then to see the passing of her grandfather, who she was very close with. Her why has pulled her through everything. It's so strong. I love watching her inspire her kids, inspire our community, and she never, ever gives up. Even if she'll let us know once in a while that she might have disappeared for a few minutes, but she's back. These are a couple of t-shirts. I pulled these pictures. They're actual tank tops that Alicia just had custom made. She always is looking to be strong and show others how strong she is. It's been amazing to see her go from a 3 to 4XL to a extra large or a 2XL these days. And she knows she is not going to stop until she gets to her goals. She also recognizes that it's a journey. Here's Chantal. She's one of my favorites. And actually, today's her birthday. I got to wish her a happy birthday. She is such an inspiration to me. I swear this woman does not age. These are Chantal's girls. She has several daughters and a lot of grandkids. Aren't they a gorgeous family? She continues to rock her fitness and inspire me so much. She's so down to earth and an amazing woman, positive, smiley, and she's also there for me too. I love what she said about my community and what she needed and got. She says for her, the most effective thing that she needed was a place to be, a culture, a support system where her desired behaviors are the norm and where there was a lot of support. And that's what she found in my coaching and my community. She also found a really great friend. This is Beth. Chantal lives in Maine and Beth lives in Wisconsin. Can you imagine being as amazing as Beth in her 40s? Look at her consistency. For so long, I thought Beth was sending me the same picture every day after her workouts. But really, she was just celebrating every single effort that she made to get the results that she wanted. Last year, Beth was struggling with seasonal depression. She and her husband own a 24-hour restoration company. It's extremely stressful. And Beth was really having a hard time getting out of her hole. I think her connection with others in my community, her ability to show up and have accountability and have a solid plan for her fitness and nutrition absolutely helped Beth. I loved when she told me, Jill is always there to support me. She's motivating. If she doesn't feel like doing anything, seeing my smiling face in her social media threads would inspire her to get up and do something for herself. I love Beth. Ella. Ella continues to amaze me. I even saw her posting this morning, inspiring others. Ella and I, through her journey, have gotten really close. We even put together some charity work and included others in the journey. It's been so amazing getting to be close friends with Ella. Ella struggled at the beginning with finding a why to stay on track, but she did. She wanted to look amazing for her daughter Amanda's wedding. And did she look amazing or what? The best thing about Ella's journey was that she was inspired through her own success to help others, to set the example for her family, her daughters, and her friends. I am so inspired by Ella every day. Check out Brianna. She's one of my newest clients, and she has really amazed me too. Brianna came in just needing some accountability, a little refocus, and some steadiness and a new plan. We had lots of tools for Brianna to get started. She started at 166 pounds just a few weeks ago and quickly lost 5 pounds. She has sent me so many awesome messages. I have to just read them to you because it's funny. So first one, her first workout, she was so excited. She said it was the first time in 2 years that she was actually like back in the gym with a weight rack and with the guys. And she loved that feeling. A couple days later, I checked in on her to see how she was doing. And on my kickstart plan, the way I start most of my clients, she was already down 4 pounds. She felt it was easy to get started and stick to the meal plan. And although she was feeling the effects of her monthly cycle, she knew that things were going in the right direction. I was so proud that she was doing it. She was literally just listening, implementing, and succeeding. I always let my clients know how proud I am of them. And I always ask them what I can do for them during the current week or what's coming up. So Brianna let me know that she had a Mets game coming up. She had some other things, events, and her niece's birthday. She was also going to be going away the next weekend. And so she needed a solid plan. I made sure that she was prepared and ready with some different techniques and that she knew that I would be there for her if she needed to reach out. So she kept losing weight. She found some new loves in some of my best recipes. We continued to encourage her, and we made an appointment to chat before she left for California. She did more planning, pre-planning for that vacation than she had ever done. She was also more intent on not pretending like goals don't matter on vacation. She knew there was going to be temptations, but she had the will and she had the support to get through. I told her it was totally cool if she reached out anytime she wanted to while she was on vacation. She was so excited that she was crushing her goals. She was so excited that she invested in herself and in my program. And I feel like a lot of times my clients are afraid of annoying me, reaching out too much, but none of my clients are ever an annoyance. I love when they reach out. The more, the better, because that way I know they're doing well. And I know that I don't have to worry about them. I'm so proud and happy for Brianna. And I know that she's going to keep crushing it. At this point, she's got such a strong hold on what she's doing, and we're chatting a little less frequently. So I know it's working. So why does my method work for my clients when all else seems to fail? We recognize what's working against us and we battle them together. Okay, let's go over some of these things that are holding you back. I want you to understand that social media is full of lies. You're seeing the highlight reel. You're not seeing the truth. If you take a look, these pictures were taken just moments apart. The photographs you're seeing are filtered and doctored. They're the best angles, not necessarily the real angles. So don't let them make you feel bad. Only the positives are presented, and there's really no regulation on social media. There's no fact checking. So what we tend to do is believe what we see over and over again, even if it's not from professionals, but from our friends. Our friends who aren't professional trainers, nutritionists, are making us feel like what they know is the absolute truth. We live in an age where the more you see something, the more you just believe it. And so when you see a friend post about a new diet she's doing and how she lost 15 pounds, we believe that that's the next thing that we should be doing, when really she might gain those 15 pounds right back in the next month, because it wasn't a real solid solution for the long term, just a fad. It's really not your fault that social media is creating this low self-esteem among us. It's definitely hard to turn a blind eye on it, but sometimes that's necessary for us to not get in a rut and make ourselves feel worse than we even are. All right, let's talk about personal trainers. Yes, I am a NASM certified personal trainer, and I'm very proud of that. But there are some ugly truths about personal trainers in the gyms. First of all, I gotta tell you, when I received my paper that said I was officially a personal trainer, I didn't feel ready. I didn't feel confident. I didn't know everything, and I was nervous to train clients. I was able to find ways to build up that resume, to test and try things. And eventually I became experienced. But just because somebody is a personal trainer doesn't make them a good one. It's kind of like when we talk about being a dad. It doesn't mean that you're a great dad just because you were able to create a baby, right? Same thing for moms. So we want to make sure that we're vetting out our trainers, that they've had experience, that they're showing proof, social proof from their clients who are happy and getting the results that they want. So make sure when you're choosing somebody that you're actually looking into this and not just taking who's assigned for you at the gym. The problem with working in the gym, as I found too, was that I was paid hourly. And so a client who would come to me paying a large amount of money per hour really didn't want to do things that were the best practices for warm up and cool down, for mobility and stretching, which is incredibly important. My clients would come in and they didn't want to spend any time warming up. They didn't want to spend any time stretching. They just wanted to do the hard and heavy work during their 30, 45, or 60 minutes with me. So it left me unable to enforce that, even though it's very important to me to warm up properly and stretch properly. But I wanted my clients to be happy and get what they wanted. So I had to trust that they could do these other things on their own, which unfortunately they just didn't know the right things to do. So it put me in a tough position as a trainer. It's also not worth it for a trainer to be a great trainer in a gym setting, because we're just not paid enough at the gym, because the gym has to make money and there's generally not a lot left over for the trainers. We also don't get to see our clients all that often at the gym. I never had clients who I could see every single day of the week. They could either come maybe once or twice a week for 30 minutes or an hour. And that is just not enough to get you the results that you want, the results that you need, and the consistency. I couldn't be the best trainer I could be, seeing my clients so little and not having that connection to them outside of the gym. Personal trainers in the gym are just working hourly. They're working for dollars per hour, not to get their clients results the way I do virtually. I want to tell you a little bit about your brain and the truth about fad diets. Your brain is not equipped for fad diets and deprivation. Think of this circle as your brain. Your willpower only makes up of about 12% of your conscious mind. So your conscious mind, the part that actually has control over your willpower, is such a small portion of what is controlling your ability to stick to a diet. The other 88% of your brain, the subconscious mind, it's made up of the beliefs that you have about yourself, about dieting, your habits and patterns that have developed over the course of your life. So they're pretty strong. And that fight or flight protection, where when you try to make changes to what you've been doing for a long time, your subconscious mind immediately says, hell no. So think about this. If you were to give a baby a toy and he's playing with it, and then you just take it away from him, what does he do? He cries and screams, and everything inside him says, give that back, right? It's the same thing for your brain. If you try to cut out carbs tomorrow, it's gonna say, hell no, give me those carbs back, right? And so what we need to do is we need to figure out a way to do a little switcheroo so that the baby's just as happy with a new toy and that your brain is gradually changing and just as happy with your new nutrition and exercise habits. It's the same thing with hopping on a treadmill every single day because you think it's what's going to get you skinny, but your body going, oh, no, 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 this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, the last thing. Also part of your brain and the makeup of your body is your hunger hormone, ghrelin. This is the biggest killer of permanent fat loss. You have not a clue right now as to how to control this hunger hormone. But what happens is that when you try to diet really hard, like I said, your body fights back. And when you are crash dieting, or when you are on that treadmill trying to blow off all the calories that you just ate, your body releases ghrelin and it says, hey, I'm hungry, give me pizza, or whatever it is that you tend to want to like when you feel hungry and deprived, right? And so what we need to do is we need to teach you the tricks to turning off your hunger switch so that you are no longer sabotaging your own weight loss. Okay, so how are we going to turn off this hunger switch? We need to get empowered. We need to fight back those hormones. We need to get you out of your rut and get in control. And what I'm proposing for you is my Empowered Fitness Mastery Program. We want to get that amazing transformation and make it permanent. Let me tell you a little bit about Empowered Fitness Mastery. We're gonna definitely ditch that yo-yoing once and for all. We want to get you long-lasting results so that you can increase your confidence, increase your strength, build that strong, healthy body, and get more energy for yourself, for your spouse, for your kids, for your job, for your life, right? We want to help you lose 10 to 20 pounds in the first 3 months with focus on fitness, nutrition, mindset, healthy routines, time management, and accountability. I know you're busy. I know you have a lot to do. I know you struggle to get it all done and to stay healthy, fit, get your workouts in, meal prep, and all these things. I know you need that accountability. Even if your goals are not weight loss, we can still work together too. Okay, my solution is not to be a cardioaholic. I don't know if that's a word, but I'm making it one. And to not constantly feel like you're on a deprivation diet. I want you to eat the foods you love and enjoy, I like chocolate, pizza, wine, Chinese food, Mexican food, all the things, and I still want to get my dream body. You can. Don't think you can't. You can't. I want you to be that woman who everyone's wondering, how is she melting away all this fat while still eating normally and enjoying herself? I want you to spend minimal time exercising. If you love exercising, great. But I don't want you to be doing all this boring cardio and focusing on the wrong things. We need to focus on building strength, weightlifting, toning to make you feel that confident, strong energy and to help your body get to your results quicker and more efficiently. I want you to learn proper form and technique to prevent injury, because generally when we are not using proper form and technique, when we're overtraining, then we start to get injured, and that definitely leads to that loss of motivation and frustration. Let's do it. Let's become that woman, the one who can control herself at a buffet. Let's become that woman who hates rest days because she loves that feeling of exercise, not just when she gets results, but the input. Let's become that woman who is no longer controlled by the number on the scale and making herself feel bad every time she hops on it. Let's become that woman who is walking around in charge of her day, in charge of her schedule, and not constantly feeling like a chicken with her head cut off, running around, reacting to fire drills and serving everybody else all the time. I want you to wake up and feel like you can give yourself that self-care time and help your needs, feed your needs without feeling guilty. What's our end goal? Remember my mantra: energized, confident, and strong. I feel like once you start to get these things together through the 5 pillars of my program, fitness, nutrition, mindset, time management, and accountability, then all other areas of your life fall into place. Your relationships get better because you're happier. We mamas are the compass of our families, and when we wake up in a bad mood, everybody feels it. We want to get our finances in shape. We want to definitely elevate our health, especially in times where we need to be at our healthiest self during a pandemic and beyond. We want that mental clarity so that we can get more done and not be walking around in that brain fog. And we want to build our confidence and self-esteem, which I promise will come from this process. You will have a coach who has been there, who feels your struggles, who understands your pains, and will always have your back and work to lift you on the tough days. I can promise you there will be tough days. I have been going through them myself, but you will have support. And I know that that is the biggest thing: accountability and support. Take advantage of a tailored one-on-one consultation. You will not regret this. All you got to do is hop on my calendar and schedule it. It's totally free. We're going to get you clarity on what your current situation is. We're going to pinpoint your goals and figure out why you are not getting results. We're going to map out a plan for what you can achieve in the next 90 days. And we can figure out how much weight you can lose with the right approach and what your real goals are. I'm going to help you create the exact strategy and understand how the Empowered Fitness Mastery Blueprint can work for you. I promise it can. Okay, before we go, I didn't forget those recipes that you wanted. My healthy cookie dough and skinny cocktail recipes are right here for you. Take a screenshot, pause it, write it down, whatever you got to do. I don't put the amounts of ingredients for the chocolate chip cookie dough because this is going to depend on you, your goals, your nutritional needs. But for the most part, what I do is I take a packet or a scoop of vanilla protein powder. I have my favorite one that I absolutely always recommend to my clients, but you let me know if you need recommendation. 1 scoop or packet, a little teaspoon of peanut butter, a splash of plant-based milk. I make my own. I make oat milk, cashew milk, almond milk, coconut milk, and then a little, maybe a tablespoon of mini chocolate chips. And you just mix it all together until it becomes cookie dough consistency. You can never take back the plant-based milk, but you can always add more. So add a little bit of that at a time. and just eat it. It's so good. I like this when I don't want to make my protein powder into a shake a lot of times in the winter. And so this makes a really great healthy alternative, and it's not as big and filling as a big shake. My Moscow Mule, this is my favorite drink. It comes from my dad's love of Moscow Mules too, but I've learned how to make them skinny. I buy these little cans of 40-calorie ginger beer. The company is called Q Light. And when they're on sale, I buy them all. So you might not see them if you live near me if they're on sale. I mix one little can with about 3/4 of an ounce of vodka. I use Tito's, but you can use whatever you like. I juice an entire lime. My trick is to put it in the microwave for 10 to 15 seconds and then roll it with your hand to make it nice and juicy. I throw the whole lime right in after I juice it, throw it in my copper cup always. And then I throw some mint from my Arrow garden to garnish, but if you don't have any mint, that's totally okay. Lots of ice, copper cup, shake it up or stir it, and it's amazing. It's probably about 100-calorie drink. And so it's a really good one. Sometimes if I am going to be sitting and sipping with my best girlfriends on Zoom, I'll actually add some ginger peach seltzer or any seltzer to a larger cup and make that one drink last longer. Okay, click that button now, apply for your free body transformation consultation with me, and let's get this ball rolling. The only thing you don't want to do is nothing. It's going to keep you in the same place. You're going to continue to go down the same road. And I really, really want to help you get started in some way. Even if we're not a great fit, I know you're going to get a lot from this call. And I would love to talk to you and help you if you resonated with anything in this presentation. Look forward to some more awesome information to me coming through my emails, my website, and I look forward to chatting with you soon. Thank you so much for joining this free training, and give me a shout. I look forward to chatting with you.